Hello viewers, my name is Dr. Rajendra Singh Rajat. I am an assistant professor in Department of Zoology, Government College Kota, under the College Education, Rajasthan. Welcome to our YouTube channel CC Rajasi Kota class, and in this video we are going to discuss about Archaeopteryx, which is a fossil bird and it is included under the class Archaeornithes of the class Aves. So first of all, the earliest known bird in the fossil record is Archaeopteryx lithographica, and meaning ancient wings. It dates back to the late Jurassic period, about 140 million years ago. यानी कि इसका जो एक्सटिंक्ट जो बर्ड है आर्कियोप्टेरिक्स, इसका जो टाइम जो समय काल है वो है जुरासिक पीरियड, जो कि वर्तमान समय से 140 मिलियन ईयर्स हो गया है. And it was discovered in a slate quarry at Langenelthium, Bavaria, that is in Germany, in 1861, and it was discovered by Anders Wagner, the first fossil of the Archaeopteryx. Then a second skeleton was discovered in 1877 and a third in the 1956 from the same locality, that is Bavaria. Archaeopteryx seems to have been a terrestrial bird about the size of a crow and with a long tapering tail. And this is a diagram of uh, Archaeopteryx. Uh, there are some reptilian characters as well as some avian characters also. You can see here some reptilian characters such as the codon teeth in beak. So teeth is a reptilian character. Then another reptilian character is the precaudal vertebrate lizard-like tail. This is long tapering tail, which represents two reptilian character. Then there are some avian characters also such as tail feathers or rectrices of feathers is characteristics of birds. Then the presence of tarso-metatarsus is also an characteristic of avian or birds. Then this is metacarpus, and the another avian characteristics is wing feathers, that is flammages. So the presence of feathers is an important character of birds, along with tarso, metatarsus, and a beak. These are the avian characters which are present in Archaeopteryx. So now we are discussing about the some characteristics features of this connecting link between reptiles and birds. Uh, the first of all, we'll discuss about the reptilian characters of Archaeopteryx. So the Archaeopteryx shows striking reptilian affinities as revealed in the structure of its part in the above diagram. The first reptilian characteristics is the scales are present on the body and limbs, which is an reptilian character, the presence of scales. Then the second reptilian characteristics is the bones are not pneumatic, because the pneumatic bones is a characteristics of avians. So here the bones are not pneumatic. So it is a reptilian characteristic in Archaeopteryx. Then the strong jaw are provided with homodont peg-like teeth locked in sockets. So it is also a reptilian character, important character, the presence of teeth in jaw. A long tapering lizard-like tail composed of about 23 caudal vertebrae. So it is a reptilian character, a long tapering lizard-like tail with about 23 caudal vertebrae and no pygostyle. Pygostyle is absent here because it is an avian character. the pivestem formed by the fusion of few caudal vertebrae. So here is absent because the vertebrae are free, not fused. Then the cervical vertebrae are fewer, that is 9 or 10, than in any other bird. So number of bird cervical vertebrae is fewer in Archaeopteryx. So it is in reptilian character because in birds there are many more number of cervical vertebrae, and there is no fusion of trunk or sacral vertebrae. Then the centra of vertebrae are amphicoelous as in Sphenodon, so it is on an reptilian character. The another reptilian character that is present in the Archaeopteryx is the free cervical vertebrae, cervical and abdominal limbs, यानी कि इनमें फ्री ग्रीवा और उदरीय पसलियाँ पाई जाती हैं, as in Sphenodon and crocodiles that are reptiles, and in addition to single-headed thoracic ribs, which are without insulin process. So the cervical and abdominal ribs are additional to the thoracic ribs in the Archaeopteryx, and the ribs are without uh, insulin processes. Then the sternum is poorly developed and without keel, because the keel is the characteristics of avian endoskeleton, which provides an attachment site for the large pectoralis major in birds. But here it is absent, so the absence of the keel in poorly developed sternum is the characteristics of reptiles. And the next characteristics of the reptiles in Archaeopteryx is that each hand bears three free clawed fingers. Three free clawed fingers having typical reptilian number of phalanges, that is 2, 3 and 4 in the first, second and third finger respectively. So number of uh, the phalanges in the Archaeopteryx is fixed, that is 2, 3 and 4 in first, second and third finger respectively. Then the carpal and metacarpals are free in Archaeopteryx, and no fused carpal metacarpals is present in Archaeopteryx, whereas the fused carpal metacarpals is present in birds, but it is absent in Archaeopteryx. So the carpals and metacarpals are free, and it is in reptilian characteristics in Archaeopteryx. Then the pelvic girdle shows an elongated ilium and a backwardly directed pubis, which are separate. So these two bones of the pelvic girdle, ilium and pubis, are separate, which is an reptilian characteristics in Archaeopteryx. Then the brain was simple with cylindrical cerebral hemisphere and unexpanded cerebellum. So the cerebellum is unexpanded and cerebral hemispheres are cylindrical, which makes simple brain in reptiles, reptilian, and it is the characteristics of Archaeopteryx. Then we will discuss about the avian characteristics of Archaeopteryx. The Archaeopteryx would have been classified as a reptile, but for the unmistakable imprints of feathers, its true avian character is reflected beyond doubt in the following features. The body covering of well-developed contour and flat feathers, and as we have already discussed that the feathers are unique characteristics of presence of feathers is a unique characteristics of birds. So it is present in Archaeopteryx also. So it is an avian character, the presence of feathers, that is contour feathers, which covers the body, and the flat feathers also. Then the forelimbs modified as wings for flight bearing ramages and 3 digits each. So the forelimbs are modified into wings for flight and bearing ramages. Ramages, that is a type of feathers on the wings, and each wing has 3 digits. Each wing has 3 digits. Then the tail bears elongated rectrices, and that is tail feathers arranged in two lateral rows, and the skull is proportionately large, monocondylic, with a large rounded brain case, large orbits, and intimate fusion of bones. This is the characteristics of Archaeopteryx skull, that it is proportionately large, monocondylic, with a large rounded brain case and large orbits and intimate fusion of bones. So these are the avian skull characteristics which is present in Archaeopteryx. Then the two jaws are elongated into beak, which is in the unique characteristics of birds. And the bones of girdles and limbs are eminently bird-like. Especially the bones of girdle and limbs are eminently bird-like, and scapulae are elongated and curved. Two clavicles fused into V-shaped furcula, and it is an important having characteristics the presence of V-shaped furcula, which is formed by the fusion of two clavicle in Archaeopteryx. Then the tibia and fibula are separate in Archaeopteryx, such as in birds also. Then the foot consists of torso-metatarsus bearing 4 clawed digits having 2, 3, 4, and 5 phalanges respectively. So the helix is directed posteriorly and is opposable. These are the avian characteristics in the foot of Archaeopteryx. Then the sclerotic ossicles are present in eyes. So these are the avian characteristics which are present in Archaeopteryx, which is a connecting link between birds and reptiles. So next in this video we will discuss about the significance of Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx exhibited both reptilian and avian characters. In fact, there has been some controversy as to whether it was a reptile or a bird. It was definitely not a bird in the modern mold, although it was not a true reptile as well, with the exception of others. It had a general resemblance to Archosaurian reptiles. It was probably not the direct or immediate ancestor of modern birds. Similarly, nothing is known of its immediate descendants. It was sharply marked off from later types in the absence of pneumacity, reptilian plan of forelimbs, and elongated tail. So these three are the reptilian characters, that is absence of pneumacity, reptilian plan of forelimb, and elongated tail. The Cretaceous birds such as Hesperornis and Ichthyornis were distinctly bird, except that they had primitive reptile-like teeth. Thus, Archaeopteryx is classified in a separate subclass, Archaeopteryx, because of its peculiarities, distinct from all other birds, fossil as well as living, which are placed in the subclass Neornithes. So this is all about the Archaeopteryx, which is an important connecting link between reptiles and birds, and it has some reptilian characters such as long tapering tail, beak with teeth, and forelimbs structured as reptiles' forelimbs, though these are modified into wings. Then there are some avian characteristics also, such as presence of feather and beak. So it is a perfect connecting link between reptiles and birds. Hope you have enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching this video.